Hi, my name is Nini, and today I'm gonna read 2 Samuel chapter 15, verse 16. Sometime later, Absalom got a chariot and horses for himself. He also got 50 men to run in front of him. He would get up early. He would stand by the side of the road that led to the city gate. Sometimes a person would come with a case for the king to decide. Then Absalom would call out to him, "What town are you from?" He would answer, "I'm from one of the tribes of Israel." Um, Absalom would say, "Look, your claims are based on the law, so you have every right to make them. But the king doesn't have anyone right here who can listen to your case." Absalom would continue, "I wish I were appointed judge in the land. Then anyone who has a cash or claim could come to get me. I will make sure they are treated fairly." Sometimes people would approach Absalom and bow down to him. Then he would reach out his hand. He would take hold of them and kiss them. Absalom did that to all the Israelites who came to the king with their cases or claims. That's why the hearts of the people were turned toward him. After Absalom had lived in Jerusalem for 4 years, he went and spoke to the king. He said, "Let me go to the Hebron. I want to keep a promise I made the Lord when I was living at Gashur in Aram. I made a promise. I said, if the Lord takes me back to Jerusalem, I'll go to Hebron and worship him there." The king said to him, Go in peace." So he went to Hebron. Then Absalom sent messengers secretly to all the tribes of Israel. They said, "Listen for the sound of trumpets. As soon as you hear them, say Absalom has become king in Hebron." Absalom had taken 200 men from Jerusalem with him to Hebron. He had invited them to be his guests. They went without having any idea what was going to happen. While Absalom was offering sacrifice, he sent for Ahithophel. Ahithophel was David's advisor. He came to Absalom from Gilo, his hometown. The number of people who followed Absalom kept growing, so he became more and more able to carry out his plans against David. A messenger came and spoke to David. He told him, the hearts of the Israelites are turned toward Absalom." Then David spoke to all his officers who were with him in Jerusalem. He said, "Come on, we have to leave right away. If we don't, none of us will escape from Absalom. He moved quickly to catch up with us. He will destroy us. His men will kill everyone in the city with these swords." The king's official answered him, "You are our king and master. We're ready to go to do anything you want." The king started out. Everyone in his whole family went with him, but he left 10 concubines behind to take care of the palace. So the king and all those with him left. They stopped at the edges of the city. All of David's officers marched past him. All the Karatites and Philistines marched along with them, and all of 600 men who had come with him from Gad marched in front of him. The king spoke to Ittai. He was from Gad. The king said to him, "Why do you want to come along with us? Go back. Stay with King Absalom. You are an outsider. You left your own country. You came to join me only a short time ago. So why should I make you wander around with us now?" I don't even know where I'm going. So go on back. Take your people with you, and may the Lord be kind and faithful to you. But Ita replied to the king, You are my king and master. I want to be where you are. It doesn't matter whether I live or die. And that's just as sure as the Lord and you are alive. David said to Ita, Go ahead then, keep marching with my men. So Ita the Gittite kept marching. All his men and their families marched with him. All the people in the countryside wept out aloud as David and all his followers passed by. The king went across the Kidron Valley. He and all the people with him moved on toward the desert. Zidon also went with them. So some of the Levites went with him. They were carrying the ark of the covenant of God. They say, they set down the ark. Abiathar offered sacrifices until all the people had left the city. Then the king said to Zadok, Take, take the ark of God back into the city if the Lord is pleased with me. He will bring me back. He will let me see the ark again. I'll also let him see Jerusalem again. That's the place where he lives. But suppose he said, I'm not pleased with you. Then I accept that. Let him do to me what he thinks is best. The king said again to Zadok, the priest, do you understand? Go back to the city with my blessing. Take your son Ahimaaz with you. Also take Abiathar and his son Jonathan with you. I'll wait at the place in the desert where we can go across the Jordan River. I'll wait there until you send your word to let me know what's happening. So Zadok and Abiathar took the ark of God back to Jerusalem. They stayed there. But David went on up the Mount of Olives. He was weeping as he went. His head was covered, and he was barefoot. Barefoot, all the people with his covered their head too, and they were weeping as they went up. David had been told Ahithophel, along with Absalom, is one of the people making secret plans against you. So David prayed, Lord, make Ahithophel advice look foolish. David arrived at the top of the Mount of Olives. That's where people used to worship God. Hoshea the Arctic was there to meet him. His robe was torn. There was dust on his head. David said to him, If you go with me, you will be too much trouble for me. So turn to the city. Say to Absalom, Your Majesty, I will be your servant. In the past, I was your father's servant, but now I'll be your servant. If you do that, if you can help me by making sure Ahithophel advice fails, Zadok and Abiathar the priest will be there with you. Tell me everything you hear in the king's palace. They have their sons Ahimaaz and Jonathan there with them. Send them to tell me everything you hear. So David's trusted friend Hushai went to Jerusalem. He arrived just as Absalom was entering the city. Chapter 16. David went just beyond the top of the Mount of Olives. Ziba was waiting there to meet him. He was Mephibosheth, manager. He said several donkeys with saddles on them. They were carrying 200 loaf of bread and 100 ration cakes. They were also carrying 100 thin cakes and a bottle of wine. The bottle was made out of animal skin. The king asked Ziba, Why have you brought all these things? Ziba answered, "The donkey are for the king's family to ride on. The bird and fruit are for the people to eat. The wine will make those who get tired in the desert feel like a new again." Then the king asked, "Where is your master godson Mephibosheth?" Ziba said to him, He's staying in Jerusalem. He thinks today the Israelite will cause me to rule once again over my grandfather Saul's kingdom." Then the king said to Ziba, "Everything that belonged to Mephibosheth belongs to you now. You are my king and master." Ziba said, "I make myself humble in front of you. I bow down to you. May you be pleased with me." King David approached Bahurim. As he did, a man came out toward him. The man was from the same family group that Saul was from. His name was Shimei. He was the son of Gera. As he came out of the town, he cursed David. He threw stones at David and all his officials. He did it even though all the troops and the special guards were there. They were to the right and left to David. As Shimei cursed, he said, get out, you murderer. You are you are a worthless and evil man. You spilled the blood of a lot of people in Saul's family. You took over his kingdom. Now the Lord is paying you back. He has handed the kingdom over to your son Absalom. You have been destroyed because you are a murderer." Then Abishai, the son of Zeruiah, spoke to the king. He said, "King David, why should we let this dead dog curse you? Let me go over there. I'll cut off his head." Then the king said, "You and Joab are sons of Zeruiah. What does this have to do with you?" Maybe the Lord said to him, "Curse David. If he did, who can ask him? Why are you doing this?" Then David spoke to Abishai and all his officials. He said, "My very own son Absalom is trying to kill me. How much more should this man from Benjamin want to kill me? Leave him alone. Let him curse. The Lord has told him to do it. Maybe the Lord will see how much I'm suffering. Maybe he will bring back to me his covenant blessing instead of his curse I'm hearing today." So David and his men kept